Hello everyone, welcome back. Hello Sailor, welcome back.
Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Netflix, why?
Yeah. So,
Netflix, why?
this is another show that I've reviewed. I remember the first one I talked about was Stranger Things. I reviewed its first season. As I said, I thought that was really great and one of my favorite shows. It came from Netflix. What's funny is this, I have to say, is one of the worst shows I've ever seen. It also came from Netflix.
You remember the video we did of Cool Cat Saves the Kids and how we were laughing, upbeat, energetic because, gosh darn it, even though it was low budget, it had heart and it was truly fun to watch.
And garbage.
Yes, but it would give you a good attitude afterwards, even though it was filth. This filth puts you in a bad mood afterwards because not only does it have probably 3 times the budget of Cool Cat Saves the Kids, but they don't utilize it. No, I love special effects. I have no problem with gore, but their gore level, the quality, it sucks. It's like you could makeup artists on YouTube do better than these professionals are doing with their freaking gore. Who paid for this? Netflix, why? You have so much Netflix, why? Not only that, unfunny. Oh my gosh, the actors.
Let's go through the rundown of the show before we start getting into the problems. So basically, it's about this family in California. I forgot the city.
Santa Clarita.
Yeah.
It's right in the name. Swear.
Oh.
It's right in the name.
See, I tried to block everything from this crap out. Anyway, so it's about this family and the wife, I guess, dies and she comes back as a zombie.
It's supposed to be a gag on the traditional family sitcom. It's the mom and the dad are realtors and they have this teen daughter and stuff, but then the mom
dies and then she has to eat people to live because she comes back, I guess, as a zombie. And the acting...
Spoilers.
The acting's...
Mild spoilers, probably.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil
But you know what? You don't want to
Don't watch this trash.
Don't watch.
No. It's easily the worst Netflix property I've ever seen.
Okay.
One of the worst properties I've ever seen.
So, the way they react in this situation, not how people would react in this situation.
Yeah.
It's just, they're acting, the dad's trying too hard with his acting, and the mom, you can tell she hasn't acted since the 80s or 90s, because,
the last good thing she was in was Scream.
Yeah, she's
Who would have
no
thought?
good.
Who would have thought her best role would be her as a kid in E.T.?
I
Drew
know.
Barrymore. She's one of the worst performances I've seen all
I know.
year.
And the characters are really unlikable.
Yeah,
everything they do, the daughter keeps ditching school and she steals a motorcycle and stuff. She's really unlikable.
She tear gasses a man.
I know,
She's
really unlikable. The mom is just really selfish, she puts her family through all this so she could eat people. You could have stuck to the raw meat.
Everyone is just so mean-spirited. It's such a mean-spirited show. Everyone's awful. No one acts like how they would in real life.
I mean, it's not funny. It would be excusable if their jokes were funny or something, but no, none of it's funny. And you know they're trying so hard.
The first episode alone was the worst thing I've seen in my life.
It was the worst episode. I mean, I'm going to give it credit. It does get better, but it's going from dog turds to cat turds, so it's it's not a huge step up.
I just can't fathom how bad this is. It's so disgusting, especially with the first episode.
Oh, yeah.
Vomit, when she dies, wherever she vomits in front, it's so forced.
Oh, by the way, Netflix, vomit, not funny.
No,
it's gross. People don't like it unless you're 4.
It's actually one of the things I hate about stuff in media. Whenever they have that in movies or all, it makes me want to quit out.
I know, I can handle gore, but vomit is just stop. And it's just really unreasonable amounts of vomit. And another thing is a lot of movies and stuff, they'll put in messages of politics or something, but imagine a hammer and a nose, they just whacked it right in there.
Yeah.
No subtlety.
Yeah.
No subtlety. Believe whatever you want, say whatever you think. You could have underlying messages in there, the sediments on a mountain with the rocks. That's science for you. But it's just pure PC in there.
It's clear they're on one side and they're just
hammering it, and they don't even try.
Yeah, they always
try.
It's just such awful stereotypes of.
It's not just it's not just politics opinions. They put in opinions about O.J. Simpson and the police and everything.
It just kind of ruins it. after everything that's been going on.
Yeah, you know, like people, if they're watching something like that, they don't want to think about politics. They don't want to think about all this stuff, but you gotta just remind them of the world.
Yeah. Ugh.
Please stop.
Everything about it, like all the characters, they're awful. Also, it's just when you're watching it, you want it to be good, and you're...
You know, I know, it has, like, it could be a funny premise. I mean, a zombie mom, I mean, you could do a lot of things with that. I mean, you could make it really campy or cheesy or just make it good, but they just go through a route that's, like, unnatural. If you're going to be full-blown unrealistic, you could take that a lot of ways, but they're trying to keep some sort of realism balance with this crazy premise, and it doesn't work on both levels because they're trying too hard to balance two things that aren't working together. I mean, with a premise like this, I think it's really hard to put the two things together in a way that's going to mix and balance and is going to set right with the audience, and they just failed on all levels. There's a lot of different ways you could have done this, and they did none of the ways that would have worked.
It kind of reminded me of when we watched a little bit of Fuller House last year. Because I when I was younger, I liked the other show for it, and even though now looking back on it, it's crap.
What happened to predictability?
But when you watch it,
Evening TV.
like the first couple episodes, it's kind of like this with its humor. It's so bad, so cringy.
Yeah, it's cheesy. It's cringy.
Except for this show, it's 10 times worse somehow. And I thought,
like Fuller House, at least it had like an upbeat thing, probably because of the really bad laugh track. But like, and here it is.
So the show's mean spirited, but yet it plays like music in the background where it feels like it's really. Where it feels like it's a normal thing, that they're trying to humanize being a cannibal. It's like, what the hell? Yeah, they're trying to make it seem normal, even though he's like, honey, you eat people. And she's like, I know, but like, I've got so much energy now. And the acting is just the worst. Like, wait, if you're undead, and you're like literally falling apart, how do you have so much energy? Like, if you can feel pain, and like, this is really gross, they talk about this a lot, how her libido's up or something, how can you feel anything? If you can't feel pain, how can you feel that? Explain, science. Explain. Like, her limbs are falling off, she didn't even feel it, but, like, she could, like, what? How? Now, of all these things, there's a lot more problems with it, but we'd be here for hours. My main problem with this is just the dialogue. Oh my god. Every 5 seconds, there's a swear word. Now, we're all used to swear words. We know about that. Listen. But we're high school students. We hear swearing all the time, but the difference is you can tell it's natural. They just say it in conversation. They don't say it like really forcefully. They just like these people in the show. They're like, hey, we got an R rating. Let's put some curse words in there because we can. But no, don't. It got me so mad, like, every 5 seconds. Like, I'm like, oh my god, adults don't curse that much, especially around each other. Like, if something happens or something falls, of course you're going to be like, F, if you're an adult and you, like, swear and stuff. But they don't say those words to each other in public or with their colleagues, okay? They don't say it in front of their kids. They try not to, at least. They try not to. And they don't say it so forcefully. Like, it'd usually be just, like, off the cuff, like, F. But they're like, F. Yeah. Honey, stop swearing. F you, I can do what I want. I'm a strong, independent woman. Okay, honey, that's nice. Haha, she eats people, but I'm going to help her cover up the bodies because this family's going to be normal. I also really hate the plot. Like, they could have done something at least decent with this, but, like, they're trying to find a hero, right? Yeah. And then halfway through, they're gone for 5 or 6 episodes. It's really for this one guy, and then they kill him, and then the anticlimactic finale, like, God, please do not make a second season of this. Like, they take stuff and they think, like, they take stuff in the plot, like this one guy that, is he infected, is he not, where's this going to go, and you think it's going to turn into a really big thing, maybe have some dramatic elements, maybe have some mixed emotions, maybe add some layers to it, and not just make it just throwaway comedy, but no, they don't take the plot lines that would make sense to go through, add some mystery, add some substance, and they're just like, nope, let's just make him play some music or something. I don't know. And then like, they just kill him in that same episode. And then the Cure thing, they're trying to add some, like, this could have some ancient backgrounds with some Polish stuff or whatever. Serbian, is that a thing? Serbian? I don't know. But, like, and they don't go anywhere with it. Like, they take all these things, and they just, like, they take these plot lines that you think they're going to go somewhere with it, and they just kind of It's like away. Netflix said, okay, you have to make 10 episodes at least for this property. They're like, okay, we're just going to try to put random crap in here. We're gonna try to milk it for 10 episodes.
Okay, you've got a day to write a whole series. Okay, let me see. Let me go into my kitchen of Hollywood. Let me see. Pour in some propaganda.
Let's get what?
Pour in some curse words. Pour in some actors that nobody's thought about in 30 years. Pour in some plot lines that could go somewhere but don't.
Let's get
Throw in some mystery that goes nowhere. Just blend it up and don't forget, add some cheap gore. There you go, Netflix. Take your meal.
And let's add some middle schoolers who wrote the script and wrote the dialogue.
How do you think adults talk,
How do you think they act?
F, F, F. Ooh, some beat. Let's go, zombies. Yes. It's like... It's like a monkey on a typewriter.
It just felt like it was, I mean, after a while, when you got into the thing, it just became boring, too, surprisingly.
Yeah, like, after watching it, my dad was like, let's go on a driving, and usually I'm for driving, but then it was just kind of like, all the energy was drained out of me, and I didn't even want to do anything. I was just like...
It's just a really bad show, guys. Like, nothing about it's good.
Oh.
Nothing.
If you are going to watch this, and don't watch this, but if you're going to watch this, don't try to eat chicken afterwards. It completely ruins it for you.
Yeah,
it completely ruins it for you. My dad brought home the leftovers of his rotisserie chicken, and I was trying to eat it. I was just thinking about how much a rotisserie chicken can look like the human stomach, and I would have never thought of that until I saw a middle-aged woman eating a human stomach, and it's just...
Like I was eating some Hot Pockets for the first episode before I had to head into work, and then as I was about to bite the first bite, I did it, and then she just vomited all over the floor. And I'm like,
nope.
I'm like, okay, no.
Like, I've watched some pretty gross stuff.
This is
I mean, I have pet rats and a pet rabbit. I've seen gross stuff, but this was just...
This isn't even so bad it was good kind of thing.
No.
It was just truly bad.
I was hoping it was going to be so bad it's good, at least.
Yeah.
It was so bad that
none of it was good. The acting was atrocious. The premise was awful. The characters are mean-spirited. There's some offensive stereotypes. And it's just really nothing.
What offensive stereotypes?
Just how they think of how cops are.
Oh, yeah.
And how they think it's...
They had a cop that was getting high, like that.
In front of his kid.
Yeah, he was supposed to be watching his little kid, and instead he was with his buddy doing drugs, and I was just like, why? Yeah. And like, the characters have no consistency whatsoever. One moment this cop's really like, being kind of like feminine, he's in his garden watering his petunias or something. Next minute, he's getting high with his buddy, not watching his baby.
Yeah, or like the woman, like...
Yeah, sometimes she's really angry, sometimes she's really perky,
well,
sometimes
not her,
she's
like,
just...
Drew Barrymore's friend with the other cop, how she tells her to have an affair, so she just does it.
She didn't even say have an affair, she said, you have to take more risk in life and stuff, you gotta do what makes you happy, and then she cheats on her husband with a human trafficker.
And it turned, is he still there, or was that...
I don't know. I don't even know. I think it was kind of like the guy...
Oh, let's not forget when the husband bonded with the dopey who sold drugs to kids because...
His sister got divorced and he was helping her or something.
Yeah, and he felt bad because he's also a druggie. It's...
Yeah, like, why so much drug reference?
Well, it's California.
Then I did see an interview with Drew Barrymore when she was talking about it. And she was talking about how it was, so many different people could relate to it and how it could reach all different sorts of ages and stuff. And she's like, 9-year-olds and teenagers can both watch this. No. 9-year-olds would not watch this.
They
9-year-olds watch Downtown Abbey. Okay, 9-year-olds would not watch this. Would not watch the swearing and the puking and the eating people. No, that would not happen. Teenagers, like... Only the edgy SJW teenagers are going to be like, oh, this is so great. Like, I went on my Tumblr, and everything was like, oh, Santa Clarita diet is so great. It was so great. I loved it. And I was just like, please stop. And then, like, kids definitely can watch this, please. If you have children, if you are a child, do not watch this.
So those are our thoughts on this trashy Netflix series, my God, it's one of the worst. Netflix was doing so good with all their properties, and they had to do this trash. I hope there's not another season.
We have an extra $1,000. What do you want to do with our budget? Just throw out another show. I don't care. We're just putting our banks into Stranger Things.
Yeah, we're already secure because of our originals and the Disney deal we have, so we're good. We beat everyone. We beat Hulu. We beat Amazon. We beat them all. So let's just make trash like this.
Hey, we'll throw some trash out. Maybe someone will like it.
So those are our thoughts on Santa Clarita's Diet. For me, I would give it.
Wait, I got something to say.
Mm-hmm.
After watching this, I feel like the zombie. Generic laugh track.
Oh my.
Please learn how to insert that in there. Audience clapping.
I would give it a 1 out of 10. I'm sorry to say that, but I only give that the stuff that's really the worst. The only other stuff I really gave a 1 out of 10 to was that Cool Cat.
Cat was a 10 out of 10.
And the Team Horrors versus Team Zombies. Those are the only things I gave a 1 out of 10 to. This really deserves a 1 out of 10. It's atrocious. Nothing about it's good. I feel so de-energized right now. Sorry for that, guys.
There's a lot more I could have said about this thing. Like, I went on the YouTube comment section on the trailer for this video. I wrote a whole 3 paragraphs on why it sucks, and I only saw the first episode at that point. Edgy. But anyways, Santa Clarita Diet, best show ever made, 10 out of 10, would recommend to ages 9 to 90. I mean, screw Downtown Abbey, Santa Clarita Diet. I've never even seen Downtown Abbey. Why am I trashing
Downton Abbey?
Downton Abbey, I've never seen
That's that old show.
The 10 out of 10 would recommend. The graphics, amazing. Comedy, hashtag relatable. I mean, wow, the politics real nice and subtle, man.
Definitely.
Anyways, yeah. Best show, movie. I hope they make 1,000 spin-offs. Characters are relatable. Yes.
Hope you all enjoyed. And we'll see you next time. Bye.